Welcome to Guys in the Ozarks. And today I wanted to talk to y'all about cook kits. So I've used a couple different ones. So I'm gonna break down the 3 kits I got. Well, really two cooking kits. One of them is more of just a brew kit. So I guess we'll start with that. So sorry guys, my bags are leftovers from when the kids were little, but they worked pretty good. So this is just that Dollar General grease pot, and we done a review on this, so I'm not gonna go into specifics, but so we got some, get these drink mixes out of the way. All right guys, so we got our cup here, and you can see we've used it quite a bit. Then we got our drinking cup, which is out of that Ozark Trail kit that we got, and we've just got some hot chocolate and some tea, some coffee, stuff like that in there. You can cook in it. I've cooked in it before. Matter of fact, I got a video I'll be posting here probably in a week or so. A little overnight solo camping trip that I did, and I used this to cook in. So you know, anytime you're doing cooking like that, you're gonna have to clean up eventually. So I've got just a piece of a sponge with like a Scotch-Brite pad on it. This is the first attempt at a way to bake. We'll get to that in a minute. And then we just get a rag to dry stuff off with, and an actual Scotch-Brite pad. So that's what lives in there. And then we've got, I don't have it in here, but usually I keep like a couple of aluminum foil sheets and a trash bag in here. Just a little bathroom wastebasket liners. But that's what I've got in here. So let me get this one packed up, and we'll move on to the actual cooking sets, guys. Okay, guys. So we're back. All right. So, like I said earlier, we got 2 kits here that we use. First kit is just kind of one that I've pieced together. It's not a bought kit, but most of it, I believe, come from Goodwill, places like that. So first we got this little pot here, and it's just a little pot. It's about a quart pot. It's got a lid. This is not glass, it's some kind of high temp plastic. And then we've got this little pan here. This pan works really good for like making bannock, stuff like that, pancakes, stuff like that. Sorry about the train, guys. But like I say, it works really good for pancakes, stuff like that. This little pot, hang on guys. This is like a little 2-quart pot. It's got a lid. This lid is high temp plastic, it's not glass. So that works really good. And inside there, I usually carry some dish soap. And then I've got some honey. Usually if I'm doing some kind of breakfast type bread, I'm going to put honey on it. And then I've got just some miscellaneous stuff here. This is just some brown gravy mix. And then, so when I was talking about the brew kit, I was talking about having that little pie tin. So these are what I've come up with to do better than that. These are little cheap muffin tins from like Dollar Tree, and if you'll just work that back and forth, it'll pop out of the metal piece that it's in, and you'll end up with these little muffin tins. And so I carry those. I've actually got 2 bowls, small blue bowls that fit inside this as well that I carry. And also in that kit, which this actually bounces between the different kits, but I've got a my spice kit, I guess you'd call it. So I've got a little bit of everything in here. So I've got these little containers, and I picked these up at Dollar General. And I've got pepper, Italian seasoning, salt, garlic, onion powder, some ground up bell pepper, some ground up celery, and then I've got some beef bouillon cubes, chicken bouillon cubes in here as well. I've also got some individual packs of salt. I've got some Parmesan cheese here, Parmesan cheese packs. It just depends on what I'm cooking. You know, if I'm doing spaghetti or something like that, I'll carry these. If I'm doing tacos or something like that, I might carry some taco sauce from Taco Bell or whatever. You know, just different stuff like that. And then I've got my utensil set here, just fork, knife, and spoon. I don't know what brand these are. They're stainless steel, made in Japan. I found these at Goodwill, I believe. I found 2 sets like this, and then one set that was a Coleman set, all in a package for like $3 or $4. So grab those. And then I've got a couple of these spoons. These are just little plastic spoons that I picked up somewheres. I think maybe a company picnic. I don't remember. But I've got a couple of those in here. Actually, I've only got one in here. I got to do some dishes. And then I've got this big spoon that I use for stirring. And then in my pack, I carry a spatula. I'll get y'all a picture of that because I don't have it out here with me. And then I've got these 2 little cheap tent stakes, and these go in the well, since it's right here, I've actually got it loaded up to do some cooking. So this is the little twig stove I made out of a strainer from Walmart. But if you wanted to cook on this thing with like sorry guys, so if you wanted to cook on this with like a sterno or a Transia, something like that, you can slide those in, and then that'll give you a place to set that. And I've also got some metal pieces that go up here. It's actually like a ruler with some notches cut in it, so it crosses over itself and then sets down in here, and that'll let you lift it off the pan. And yeah. Oh, and these little clips, little paper clip things you can get. These work really good. Like if you've used part of say you've used part of this, now you're done with it and you need to close it up so it doesn't leak all over your pack. These little dudes work pretty good for that. You can just slide them on there like that. They work pretty good. All right, guys. So that's cook kit here. So let me get this packed up and we'll get on. I'll show you the other one. So, all right, guys. So this is the last of the cook kits, and this one is actually all pretty much store-bought stuff. Most of it's Walmart, Ozark Trail. I'm cheap. I will say these kits are not the best. I don't really use this one a whole lot, but this it does work pretty good for baking. If you take this piece here and set it down inside, it's going to give you a little bit of lift, and you can set these little pie pans fit right in there. You can get all 3 of them in there, and then this piece will just set right on top, and you've got a pretty good way to bake. So that does work pretty good. So it's got a teapot too. In here I've just got some more spices. I've got some ketchup, sugar, salt, pepper. This is my oil. This is just olive oil. Like I say, these they work great if you're just heating something up. You know, but if you're actually trying to cook, you know, simmer something like that, it's really hard to, because they're so thin. I mean, you guys can tell they're thin. So this is pretty much just used for baking, and you know, typically if I'm baking, I'm probably going to have some coffee with it, so I might make some coffee. And then also in here we've got our stove, and oh wow, so we got our little stove that we've seen us use quite a bit. And I've still got some stuff left in here from where I went camping. Actually, here in the brew kit, I was talking about having some aluminum foil sheets and a trash bag. Well, there they are. And then we got our fuel for the stove. One other thing too, guys, if you're cooking like this, whether it's, you know, with a stove, twig stove, open fire, whatever, make sure you got some good leather some leather gloves. I mean, you can get cheap gloves at Harbor Freight for, you know, you can catch them on sale for $5, you know. So I'm gonna get off here and see if we can't get another video shot this evening. Appreciate you guys watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And hope you guys are enjoying the content here. We appreciate you watching. Remember, get out there and fall in love with your wilderness like me and Kyle fell in love with these Ozarks. This is Matt. We'll see y'all next time.